So feel free to come to the stream and ask me anything about everything you want. So I hope it's not too loud. It's actually quite okay. You hear it properly. And we can keep going. All right, guys, we'll keep going with the next game. Let's see. 1 second. Also, I'm getting my phone chat, so I can actually exactly on time read everything you need. So this is great. Yeah. Okay. Here we are. Thanks a lot. Okay, we play against a player from Serbia. Let's go knight f3. Just try to develop first and make sure to keep going on from this particular moment. My opponent is going c5. Now I can transpose the game to the Sicilian defense. And after knight c6, we can go with the move d4, which seems to be completely okay for white. He takes on d4, and now there's just like only one logical idea, which is actually capturing there. He goes e6, and I'll just play knight c3, making sure to connect both of the knights. Here my opponent is doing d6, which actually seems like it's closing his bishop, but since this is Sicilian defense, he's slowly going into the game, so this is actually completely making entire sense. Now I go bishop e3, and then after that I'm going with queen d2, where I want to bring the rooks in the game. It's very important in chess that you actually bring the rooks in the game, that you actually try to get the things in the game properly. And now we have this particular position where black is just developing the queen. Here it's possible to take, also put some pressure, but it's also very common to just play the move f4 and get the space around the center. So now he does b5 and allows me one very important situation, and that's actually taking on bishop f3. Now I'm trying to set up the tactics, so my opponent is actually running into a little bit of trouble. He's losing the pawn in this after this trade, and now this position seems pretty comfortable for white. He's actually losing another pawn. I can take on d6, so if he takes, it's over, because after all the captures, the game is actually over. It's very important during the chess games that we actually take care of all of our captures, otherwise we will easily make blunders, and that is definitely something which most of the players would like to avoid. Alright, white is up a piece. Let's go rook e1, making sure to stop counterplays and making sure to just be going on normally. So we are right now going to see how is he going to continue. He goes there. I'm going to go bishop b6, hit the rook, and get bishop c7. So pretty much connect everything. Okay, now there's a little tactic, stakes, and maybe d7. But d7, queen e3 check, and that's losing. So I just have to be careful about it. Let's go queen e5. Make sure to simplify, because otherwise I would be in the very big trouble. So that's why this is important. He takes here, I'll just take here. And this rook endgame, it's winning. White has a lot of the pressure, which is a main thing. And in chess, we are usually aiming to have more space and more pressure than our opponents, so we can successfully run the things on time. I could also play king c5. I missed that in this rook endgame, and now the position is still winning, but I need to push and to support my pawns. So there's one very important strategy in chess, which says if you are basically like pushing forward with your situations with the pieces and you have an advantage, just make sure to keep pushing on the side of the board where you are winning. So this is exactly the case. The white has an advantage around the queen side, around the center. So I'm making sure to just push, and after that, very soon for him, it should be very difficult. Still, this rook endgame, maybe I did a little bit of mistakes by actually going through this. Hello, welcome to the stream for all the new players who just arrived. We are doing in arena today, so please guys make sure to join as well. and come to play. Alright, so my opponent made a mistake. He could actually complicate this arena and the things could be went differently. However, in this particular point, white is just completely winning because of pushing that pawn. We can also take a look at this game quickly, guys, before we head towards the next one. So my opponent was doing alright, but after a few moves, he just went into source of the trouble here, because now we have a very nice scope, and that's this bishop from f3. So particularly black is just running into real issues, and after all of that, yeah, he just started losing the material. So after this point, the game is pretty much over. He had no counterplay, so the game very quickly ended.